Welcome everybody, you are watching Business Friday Review, and today you'll notice that I don't actually have Andy here with me. I actually replaced him with this lovely television. So today I actually want to talk about the money side of business, mastering money inside the business, particularly cash flow. Behind here I can show you the picture of the cash gap, what we call the cash gap. And what we find is that if you look at the businesses that go out of businesses really early, is that they haven't actually mastered the idea of cash flow and this cash gap. So today I'm going to go through with you ways that you can really get a lot more tighter on this cash flow idea, this cash gap. So if we look at the cash gap then, if we look at where the stock arrives, say, this would be the red part at the top. This is the stock holding. Now, if we was to hold that there for like 60 days, this is the red and the green, by the way, is more about the product, the service that we're actually delivering. So if you can imagine having that product come into holding, that would be the red side. The green side then is the receivables as well. So you've sent it out at the end of the red, the goods are dispatched at the end of the red, and then it goes into the receivables. So then you're actually waiting 60 days for the receivables, for the money to actually arrive. So if you look at the idea of the cash on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got the payables. So the stock's arrived, and then you've got 30 days to actually pay for that stock. Now, the challenge is the cash gets paid on that 30 days. But if you look at the orange part, then we actually got the cash gap of 90 days, because you've got 60 days of holding the stock and 60 days of actually receiving the cash from the stock as well. So this is where a lot of businesses go into a lot of trouble with that orange part there, of that cash gap for 90 days. So what could you do in your business to ensure that your cash flow is getting more stronger? Well, some ideas, for example, could be, well, who actually said that the receivables has to be 60 days? I mean, if you look at most businesses and the way things have always been done, they'll say, oh, it's always been 30 days at the end of the month. Well, that's actually, can lead on to 60 days, can't it? But why does that actually have to happen? Who set that rule in notion that it actually had to happen like that? Could you change the way your terms are actually happening right now? How could that influence and make a difference and impact on your business? If we was to look at the stock holding as well, is there anything that you can do with the different suppliers that you actually use to perhaps look at increasing your stock holding, or looking at different ways of handling the stock that comes in there? Stock control. Do you need to be holding that much stock right now? Do you need to be paying for that stock right now? Is there a more effective way of doing things when it comes to stock holding? I mean, these are things as well that we'd look at in business coaching sessions to find out how you could be saving a lot more money, particularly on your cash flow as well, how that money transfers in your business. So yeah, this cash gap now, this orange part, as you can see, as we get a lot more tighter on this, we can train the staff, we can train the people to get a lot more tighter in your accounts, in keeping those numbers together. What's the time looking like? What sort of time allocation are your accounts people actually spending on particular jobs? And this is something we look at during business coaching sessions in helping people with cash flow. So this is just the one side of cash flow when we're talking about this cash flow gap. But if we look at the other side as well, we can also start to think about cash flow as cash flow forecasting. How is it going to look in 30 days time, 60 days time, 90 days time? What are your payables like? What are your receivables like? Now look, okay, yeah, the accountant can show you the past history of the things that have happened in the past, but really the notion that we want to be looking at here is what's coming up, what's coming along in the future. We need to be looking at what's going to happen to the business so we can start taking action right now. What sort of things do we need to do right now to impact the future performance of this business? Because there's lots of things there. We just need to find out where's the low-hanging fruit in your business that you're losing a lot of money on and potentially could damage your company.
How far are you going to take your business? The content you're learning in this video is only the tip of the iceberg. If you're ready to take your business to the next level and start implementing the right strategies that are right for you, then now is the time to book your complimentary coaching session. In the session, we explore what strategies will get you to where you want to be in the most effective way possible. Book your coaching session today. Call 01527 757 910 or visit goodtogreat.actioncoach.co.uk.